Muhammad Ali, welcome.
Thank you.
Could I first start off by asking you, you've been champion of the world, you're now the ex-champion. Do you feel that people, or find that people treat you differently now that you're the one-time champion?
Right, I seem to, the difference is quite different from differences of others who have lost or so-called lost the title, and I would say have gone downhill slightly. I have more fans and more followers and more supporters because the people who actually saw the Muhammad Ali-Joe Frazier fight, they saw me win at least 9 rounds, the people who know boxing. Admit I lost 3 rounds for playing around with him, 4 rounds. I lost the 11th round. He shook me up pretty good, and he knocked me down in the 15th round. But those are the only rounds that I lost. And at the average of, I would say I hit him 4 times to every one, or 5 to every time every one he hits me. And then, you know, the publicity was after the fight, he had to spend about 4 weeks under intensive treatment in the hospital. He took such a terrible whooping. And I was still, you know, I still look the same, only a swollen jaw, but no features or nothing distorted like him. And like, so people still recognize me because one judge was so outrageous, he gave Frazier 11 rounds and I only won 4 rounds. And even the least boxing fan know that's totally impossible for me to just have won 4 rounds.
But without that, I mean, even without the dispute about the judging and this sort of thing, the fact is that you're a crowd puller and Frazier's not, is he? Why is that?
Well, number one, he's ugly. He has no rhythm, no footwork, no class. He cannot talk. And who told him he could sing? He got him a big band and started traveling the world with his new title, figuring that he's going to sell them all out. Every time I would read the paper, they said Joe Frazier appears at this place in England where the arena held 10,000, 37 people showed up. So I think he quit singing. He found, and I can beat Joe Frazier singing. I was in a Broadway musical called Big Time Buck White. The play didn't make it, but I was a success. It lasted 6 days, but I sung 4 songs, and the worst critic, seriously, of New York, said that my part was perfect.
Yep.
So I can beat Joe Frazier singing.
I think one of the things, undeniably, too, about you, Muhammad, is that you've got this gift, this flair for publicity. You attract it. Have you always had this gift, going right back, thinking right back to your childhood?
No, I was training for a fellow named Duke Sabadan. He was a Hawaiian fighter. He's a giant, about 6 feet, 8 inches tall. And I was due to fight him in Las Vegas, and I was on a television show, something like this, but Gorgeous George, a famous American wrestler, he deceased now. He was there talking before myself, and I came on after him. But during the time he was being interviewed, he was talking about, I am the prettiest wrestler. I am great. Look at my beautiful blonde hair. If that bum even messes my hair up, I'll annihilate him. He said, George, what if you lose? If I lose, I'm catching the next jet out to Russia. I want everybody out there to know if I lose, he just got mad. So I'm sick and tired. I'm getting off of this show. And he ran off the show. And I was so nervous. I said, boy, he sure talks a lot. I had to go to see what he would do. Would he win or would he lose? And I wasn't on this one. Many people were there for various reasons. And when Gorgeous George came down the aisle, he had these 2 blonde, beautiful girls carrying his robe so it wouldn't get dirty. Real conceited and arrogant. And one fella got up. One fella. And I was there in astonishment, just 21 years old, and nobody knew me yet, Olympic champion, but I hadn't started talking yet. And I looked at him, I said, boy, he needs a good whooping. I just wanted the other man to give him a good whooping. And he reached over and he took a keg of beer out of a fella's hand who was arguing with him. He took the beer and threw it in his face and messed the man's suit up. Later, I found out this fella worked with the show, but the people didn't know. A fella had a little boy beside him, a lady, and he got to arguing, you need a killing, you're gonna get killed tonight. He took the beer and threw it on him. And then he got in a corner. When he got up in his opponent's corner, before his opponent got to the ring, he took some deodorant and sprayed it. Sprayed the fella's corner. And he was throwing out at people and making all kind of bad gestures. And then he won the first fall, he lost the second fall, he won the third one. But like, when I saw all of those people come to see George George to get beat, and they all paid to get in. That's the thing. They paid to get in. And I said, this is a good idea. And right away I start talking. I am the greatest. I am beautiful. If you talk jive, you'll fall in 5. I cannot lose. They said, in America, they got old saying. They said, the nigger talks too much.
What
and
about...
we sold everything out. Cars were lined for miles coming to see me beat. And I went to the bank laughing every time. So I don't talk no more. I don't have to do that no more.
No, you certainly don't. Not on form, you don't have to. But what about the poetry? Was that your idea?
Well, yes. When I fought Archie Moore, I wrote a poem. I said, when you come to the fight, don't block the aisles and don't block the door, for you all may go home after round 4. And from then on, I've been writing poems, and I just completed a few more poems. I probably could tell you later.
Yeah, sure.
On other subjects.
Okay. Look, can I go back to your childhood? When you were a kid in Louisville, did you get involved in fist fights and things like that? I mean, were you
a couple. I can remember a couple of little fights, but I ran. Because it's kind of dangerous. One fellow was going for a rock, another one was picking up a stick. It wasn't no referees or no judges, and I got out. It wasn't right. I've been in a couple of little scuffles, but not too many.
They didn't appeal to you at all?
No.
No. Were you, in fact, did you have a gang in those days when you were a kid? Were you running with a gang?
No, I didn't. I didn't run with a gang. I didn't have time. They had a few little street gangs and people that hang around sitting under the spotlight at nights talking and shooting dice and playing marbles. But I was so wrapped up in boxing since I was 12. I would always go to the gymnasium every day at 6 o'clock after school. And in the mornings, I would run looking forward to the future Golden Glove and Olympic tournaments. And I had something to do, which most kids really need, something they can look forward to, a goal, a purpose to work towards, something to achieve. It keeps them out of trouble. And I'm lucky to be one. At the age of 12, I always had a good boxing talent. I was good for my age. And we had a local TV show called Tomorrow's Champions. It comes on in Louisville, Kentucky there every Saturday at 6 o'clock, 3 bouts and 2-minute round bouts, kids. And I had about 45 fights on that show. I came up on it, so I was so busy I didn't have time to run in street games.
Did you at that time, though, when you were 12 and in your early teens, did you ever imagine yourself as being world champion? Did you used to say
Right,
to
well, it happened one night when I heard Rocky Marciano, 1954, 53 or sometime. He had beat Walcott or somebody, and I was in the rain on my bicycle, leaning over, listening to fellows' radio on the car. And I heard, I got there too late, and I heard the fellow say, and still the heavyweight champion of the world, Rocky Marciano, and all the noise. And a little skinny kid in Kentucky weighing about, I don't know how many stones it is, but 85 pounds and small. And it sounds so, I rode off in the rain on my bicycle. I could just hear the man say it. At that time, my name was Cassius Clay. And still the heavyweight champion of the whole world, Cassius Clay. I heard it as I rode off in the rain, and I said to myself, the champion of the whole world can whoop every man in Russia, every man in America, every man in China, every man in Japan, every man in Europe, every man in America, the champion of the whole world. It sounded big then. So I kept working until I did it. Not only the champion of the whole world, but better than all of those before me.
I'm not going to argue with you.
You're not as dumb as you look.
There's talk of a rematch with Frazier, and anybody who saw the first fight, I'm sure, would be, that's what they want to see, because it was a great fight. It was one of the best fights I've ever seen, I think. Are you going to make a prediction about your return?
Well, I have a poem.
Ah.
We got 1 minute?
1 minute, easy.
The poem goes like this. People say, what's going to happen when you meet Joe Frazier again? Here's how the fight's going to sound over the radio for those who can't afford to buy the expensive theater seats. And the fight goes like this. Ding, Ali comes out to meet Frazier, but Frazier starts to retreat. If Frazier goes back an inch farther, he'll wind up in the ringside seat. Ali swings to the left, Ali swings to the right. Look at the kid carry the fight. Frazier keeps backing, but there's not enough room. It's a matter of time. There Ali lowers the boom. Now Ali lands to the right. What a beautiful swing. And the punch lifts Frazier clean out of the ring. Frazier's still rising. But the referee wears a frown, for he can't start counting till Frazier comes down. Now Frazier disappears from view. The crowd is getting frantic, but our radar stations have picked him up. He's somewhere over the Atlantic. Who would have thought when they came to the fight that they would have witnessed the launching of a colored satellite?
I see. And all that adds up to a new world champion, does it, in the rematch?
Yeah, it must have been funny, because y'all see you got a little tear or two away from laughing. And the person laughed until they shed a tear was really funny.
Yeah. Muhammad Ali, thanks a lot. I really
I have one more
enjoyed
poem about your show, two seconds.
All right.
I asked how much money was I getting, you know, for taking up all my time. You know, I used to get a little paid for this. And they said your budget's kind of low and you don't pay too much. So I wrote a poem, and I'm gonna close with this. I love your show, and I like your style, but your pay is so cheap, I won't be back for a while.